We are 90.3 KEXP and KEXP.org worldwide. You should go to KEXP.org if you're not there already, as you can watch this session take place. Theoretics are live. Good morning, everybody. Everybody. Good morning. Loud good morning.
Good morning.
There's so many of you. It is so great. Since I think Pickwick was in, I haven't seen this many people in the studio, but it's awesome to have you all here, and I'm ready for a song. Go right ahead. KEXP, nice work this morning. Wow, this early in the morning, too. Could you introduce yourself to everybody, too?
I'm Meister.
Thank you for coming in. That was well done.
Thank you.
Cheryl Waters just walked by, looked in the window, and went, wow. That is a sheer sign things are going right here in the studio when you get the Cheryl Waters seal of approval. Theoretics are here, and if you listen to the show, we've been playing songs. These guys have been releasing, what has been a song a month? And And it's amazing what you get each month. It's very different vocalists, different people, different vibe, and it's awesome that we have you guys in here today. And a reminder, if you're going to be going to the block party, you cannot miss this band live. It's going to be at the Numo stage on Friday, week from today, 8:15 Capitol Hill Block Party. You guys ready for another one? All right, we are live at KEXP.org as well if you want to watch this session as it takes place.
The day has come and gone. An empty room, you're all alone. A voice echoes through the dark, says, who do you think you are? Be still, you who wonder. You were not meant to be someone. Without a view, a flickering light shines through. A voice says, what is your truth? You realize the voice belongs to you. Someone else. Be still, you who squander. Life's not meant to be living in. Held back by your own mind, paradise creating your own demise. Take off all the disguise, try to realize that the sun is gonna rise. Held back by your own mind, paradise creating your own demise. Take off all the disguise, try to realize that the sun is gonna to be someone else. Be still, you who squander. Life's not meant to be living.
It's 90.3 KEXP and KEXP.org worldwide. Theoretics live here on the morning show. I suspect playing as early as you've played in your some nods, yeah. But sounding great this morning. Thank you for coming up, and I'm glad we could make this happen. And I mentioned earlier, I've been doing the one a month project, and that's what alerted me to just some of these songs, which are great. We talked about getting vocalists in here as well, and just making a show of it, which appreciate you doing. Tell me a little bit about the band and where this particular project got started. Whose silly idea was it?
Oh, geez. The four of these guys had a band about 10 years ago or so, and their drummer wanted to take some time off. I had known them from college days. We were all at the UW together studying music and computer science and education, whatever. And they called me up, and we were a funky jazz band for a little while. And slowly it morphed into just music that showcased a lot of our growing influences. We met two MCs and had a really fun time playing with them. You know, we're all trained to kind of fit in and accompany people and just react. So we liked the chance to do that with the MCs, and we worked with them for years and years. They decided to move on to other things, and again, we just kind of started writing music that was reflecting our influences and what we were listening to at the time, and that's kind of where we are now.
You must be really happy with how it turned out, too, and the people you brought in. I think it says a lot about the band that you're able to bring in such talented people.
Without a doubt. I've enjoyed having rehearsals where someone that we have never met before comes in, kills it on the first rehearsal, and we're still scrambling and taking notes on our own song that we don't even know very well. That always makes me very happy.
And shout out to the UW School of Music as well. That is, I've met so many talented people. My wife was in that program, and I know a lot of people who have come out of that program, talented people. We just had someone the other day on the show with Andrew Bird, who was in the program, and I don't know if people outside of Seattle know just what a fantastic program it is.
There you go. There you go.
Cornish as well.
And Cornish.
Yeah, there's such good programs here in the North. I mean, it makes sense, right? We live in a music city.
We do.
But it's almost like you know about the professional teams in a city, but you don't know the leagues leading up to it. No. And the education you can get here in Seattle for music is outstanding.
The scene here is so rich. You can go out on any night and see music. You'll have your pick of music that'll blow your mind.
And the different genres, too. You guys can speak to that. My God, everything is represented. I don't know about you, but when you travel outside of Seattle, sometimes people still think, like, well, yeah, it's the grunge city. Yeah, that's just the rock. But there's so much going on here. It's unbelievable.
That said, I bet in about 2 minutes you can tune to a radio station in Seattle, and you will hear a grunge-era song. So we're not doing ourselves a lot of favors.
We're doing our part over here.
KEXP is definitely doing their part. Go KEXP.
I love it. Again, you guys are playing at Numo Stage, Capitol Block Party. I'm sure you're getting psyched for that. When you're going to play a big show like that, is there extra prep? Or you want to do something even more? Is it more pressure? I don't know. Live, it seems like, I think it's going to be a great time to be on.
There is always a lot of pressure. I think that when you see for those higher profile performances, I think we put pressure on ourselves. Yeah. At the end of the day, we just do what we do, and none of our great harebrained schemes to have this be the greatest gig ever have ever really come to fruition.
That doesn't work, does it?
It doesn't.
Guys, it's got to be the best show we've ever done. You don't want to put that pressure on you, too.
No, it's great. It's part of a festival. Half of our gear is already going to be on stage. So it's a very kind of low-pressure gig by comparison. This is far more nerve-wracking.
Yeah,
far more nerve-wracking.
See, no, we're fine. By the way, you can watch this at KEXP.org live all around the world and not just listen. So you can't even hide here on the old radio station. All right. Well, we'd love to hear another song. And you have a song coming up as well that your last song today, in case we don't mention it, I want to remember, just correct me if I'm wrong. Is it just being released today?
Yeah.
It's going up on City Arts?
Correct.
Awesome. So that's great. So that's going to be your fourth song, but they have another one before that. Theoretics are live here. And again, as I just mentioned, you can watch this at KEXP.org. It's KEXP, 90.3 FM, KEXP.org, Theoretics Live here on the morning show. The name of that song?
New Svalbard.
What do you come up with names when you do an instrumental?
Cameron?
Wow, Cameron! Now I have an answer. I always wonder that. Is it the vibe of the song? Is it a random word?
Well, we are very fortunate to have an amazing wordsmith in the group. All of us have our habits on the road. This guy is a Words with Friends and Scrabble genius. This is the kind of guy who studies a dictionary. Seriously. So we always get it's phenomenal. We get these titles and we all have to go look up the meanings and we're like, oh, that's so cool.
And this
Cameron's
one?
like, meh.
Cameron?
This one's
He doesn't
very
have a
cool.
mic, but do you know? He doesn't have a mic, so he can't.
I'll translate. Birch, do it. You can sci-fi it.
In Germany, there's a
Norway.
Norway. Sorry. Norway.
He's already correcting you. No, Norway.
Okay, well, I should preface what his story with. We are pretty much all kind of sci-fi nerds.
Oh, good.
So the idea of that, anything that has a sci-fi storyline
Yeah.
that's in real life
Sure.
is even ultimately more intriguing to us.
I'm
So
with
tell
you.
us about Svalbard, Birch.
Yeah, it's a seed bank. So like they've taken every brand of type of seed in the world and they've stored it in this facility just in case,
Sure.
the apocalypse hits, they can rebuild. And so it's called New Svalbard.
Because that would be the new town.
New town.
The new town.
Yeah.
Okay. Got it. Well, I'm glad. Well, I have hope now because we seem to be screwing everything up.
Hey, there you go.
Now we just need that in Seattle for when the giant earthquake wipes us out. Anyway, on that note,
That was a fun day on the interwebs, I must say.
it's as if we all were just in denial. And then in about a week, we'll all go back to denial.
There you go.
So
Sweet, sweet denial.
sweet, sweet denial here in Seattle, Washington. Wow, we've gone into a dark place, you guys. These guys are...
You are welcome, sir.
By the way, speaking of the sci-fi and the movies, if you are a music supervisor out there, this band is someone you need to contact right away. So I just think the vibe is so good, and I know they're out there listening. Trust me. I'll hook them up. 5% is all I ask.
There you go.
All right, we got one more song. Let's mention again. It's going to be up on City Arts today. It's called Passionate Paradise, correct?
Yep.
And I would say this is a debut on the morning show, too, right?
Yep.
All right, so KEXP.org if you want to see this happening live. They got one more for us here on the Friday edition of the show.
Listening to this heartbeat beating. Are you listening to this heartbeat beating? I wanna see you, I wanna hear you. Show me something. Don't wanna love you, don't wanna leave you. It's all the same thing. I can't control my mind. Passionate paradise. Are you listening to this heartbeat beating? Are you listening to this heartbeat? I can't control my mind. Passionate paradise. I wanna know you, I wanna show you, I want to let you in. I wanna heal you, I wanna feel you underneath my skin. I can't control my mind. Passionate paradise. Are you listening
Love it. KEXP, 90.3 FM, and KEXP.org. Great job, all 8 of you. The logistics alone of just getting here. Yeah. Good job. But also the performance was fantastic. And I cannot recommend these guys enough live. And the next one's going to be next Friday at the Capitol Hill Block Party. As we mentioned, City Arts is going to post that song as well. And good luck with the shows.
Thank you.
And what's that?
I just want to make sure that everyone knows who they're hearing.
I would love for you to do that. But do it a little slowly, too, so our camera people here can keep up.
Excellent.
It's hard to go to each, especially when there's 8.
We'll also use directions.
All you.
From left to right on
and
the
what
vocalists.
They're playing, yeah, and what they're playing.
There we go.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Starting with the left. They're all looking at Ben.
You know what's happened? You know what's happened a few times? We've had bands in and said, like, we've had a horn section in, like, hey, introduce the band. And you look at the guy going, I have no idea who that is. Like, we just met him. And I see it and I go, oh, hey, what's your name? Anyway, as long as you know everyone's name, go right ahead.
There we go. Starting with the left on the vocalists, we have the wonderful and talented Maya Manser.
Hello.
Great work.
Whitney Lyman in the center. Taslin Guay on the end. Q. I knew I'd mess that up. Have Art Brown on lots of stuff. Saxophone, flute.
Yeah, a lot going on. Nice work.
iPads even. Birch Pereira on bass and synth and vocals. I'm Adam Gross. I want to say hi to Henry and Miles if they're listening. Cameron Peace on guitar and no keyboard today. Not today. And Ben Krulwich on lots of keyboards.
And doing a great job. I have to say, all that was live. That was fantastic work. And it's not often you get to get the flute iPad player. No. Just not enough of that here in the booth. So appreciate you.
He's got a niche. He's got a
How can I play the flute and the iPad? It's my dream. Anyway, a big thank you to you guys for coming in, and a huge thank you to our video crew, the best in the business, especially on big sessions like this. They just do a great job. And Kevin Suggs, the man back there. Jeez.
Without a doubt.
Every time I turn around, Kevin Suggs is there making everyone sound good. I cannot say enough about him. And that does it for us. Thank you guys for listening so much. We really appreciate it. I have to mention again, we can't do these sessions without our listeners. They would not happen. We are non-commercial independent and have so many bands up here, like Clap Your Hands, Say Yeah, coming up later at 3 o'clock, or all the great bands coming in over the next week or so. And that's it for me. Have a great weekend. I will see you on Monday. This is 90.3 KEXP, Seattle. Bye. Nice work.
Discover new music at listener-powered KEXP.org.